All right, so lots of like a good amount of upper body workout and some core stuff today. And then we'll get to some like glutes and legs towards the end. That's the plan. Sound good?
Nice.
Awesome. Sweet. Do a quick safety check for me and then we'll do some in squats and some crescent lunges. Cool. So we're just checking carabiners are all closed completely. Everything's looped in where it belongs. And then you're not too twisted here, although that doesn't matter a whole lot for the beginning, right? Give it a little fan. A little wonky on that side today. Okay. All right, you guys get it? Julia. Let's do some moon squats. Awesome. Here we go. So feet about shoulder width. Go arms up nice and high. And then on your exhale, squat down. So really stick your butt back so your weight's in your heels, and then cross your forearms and take your chin to your chest. Good. And then press into your heels, squeeze your glutes, and come all the way back up. Good. Nice little back bend if that feels good. Good. Ooh, really focus on that weight in the heels as you squat back. And weight in the heels as you come back up. Ooh. Keeping those knees nice and happy. Working that booty. Awesome. Looks good, you guys. Get a nice big forward kind of rounding as you come all the way down into your squat too. Good, and then stand back up. Big breath in. And exhale it back out. Yeah, just a couple more in. Big reach. Good, and then really also focus on the range of motion in your shoulders. So as you're coming up, try to squeeze your shoulder blades together in your back and then bring your arms as wide as you can as you reach up. And then do the same thing as you come back down. Squeeze your shoulder blades, nice wide reach, and then squat back down. Yeah, let's do 2 more of those. So weight in the heels and arms as wide as you can get them. Good. Big squat back. Nice. Chin to chest, good rounding forward. Nice. We'll just take 1 more. Arms way back and out. And then deep squat, hips back, chin to chest, good rounding forward. Good. Stand up. Woo. Give it a good shake up. Little shoulder roll. Here we go. All right, and then we'll do some of those dynamic crescent lunges. So just come right into position 1, right in front of the trapeze, grab your high handles. Good, let's go right leg steps forward first. So just a big old step forward. Awesome hip flexor stretch. See if you can get that stretch to go all the way up your core by kind of pushing the left hip slightly forward so it stays in line with the right. Good. And then swap it up. Right foot back. Yeah, use your arms as much as you need as you're kind of dropping that leg down. And then notice if your right hip opened up, try to keep it pretty far forward, and that'll help facilitate that stretch. Somewhere from the knee, like up to your rib cage, right? You're kind of looking for that whole band to stretch. Good. Then use your arms, we'll step back. Take the right leg forward. Make sure that your knee lands directly over your heel so you can press into that heel and have your knee be in a nice safe spot. Good. A little back bend, kind of a lot of back bend if you want it. Good. We'll do 1 more on the other side. Use those arms, pull them up. Take a step forward with the left. You can get a stretch through the shoulders. And use your arms, stand back up. Give your hands a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. That's okay. Ring off. Do you guys practice with your rings on, or do you take them off? I always take them off. I get big calluses if I don't.
I've kept them on so far.
Yeah, and it's just fine. I like have skin missing where I forgot to take them off before. Sometimes that works. All right, let's grab one of those high handles again. We'll take some 360s. So we'll drop down into chair position and then circle, or if you want to go forward and back and then side to side, that's also fine. Making a big plus sign, whatever your space allows. Good. Let's go one more in this direction, and then we'll change. And let's take it the other way. All right, and then take any last positions you need, and whenever you're ready, come on up. Give your wrist a little stretch. Looking good. Shake it out. All right, let's take just a little time off your wrist because we just did a whole bunch on there. We'll go upside down and then we'll come back up and do our active and passive hands that we normally start with. So let's make sure that your trapeze is all one color. You're not twisted, and those black clips are down to the threading. And then when you're ready, hop on over. Yep. So main slings just underneath your butt like a seat on a swing set. Yeah, push the back down. And then grab onto your handles as you lower back. Make sure you're looking at your toes as you come down. And then give your feet a good cross. Good, nice reps, you guys. A little bunched up in my back. Good, so we'll just take a few moments here. You do whatever feels right for your body. Your head out a few times, yes and no. Okay. And let's grab a hold of your long handles. And we'll push your arms up like a bat pose for a moment. Arms straight out to the sides. Good, if you like to get a little neck stretch, you could go ear to shoulder, kind of turn your chin to one shoulder. Sometimes that works better when you're upside down. Good, and then bend your elbows. Bring your hands in kind of towards your shoulders. And then take your hands behind your low back and let your elbows drop forward. Yep, so you're doing that tricep stretch. And then take a few moments just to relax and stretch and feel nice and long. Good, and then gently let that go. And then interlace your hands behind your low back. And then let your hands fall towards the floor. Stretch into those pecs. This one also usually feels pretty good to do a little chin to shoulder, some sort of movement with your head. Good. Take another big breath in. Slow exhale back out as you start to let those hands go. Good. And then we'll take our hands to the floor and walk yourself as far forward as you can for banana pose. And then let the trapeze pull your hips backwards to get a big stretch all the way up your body. Belly, low back. Again, feel free to shake your head out yes and no a couple times. Let's take it to our banana twist. So walk over to the right. Left hand glues down to the floor, right hand comes up. Middle handle, main sling on your leg, whatever feels right. And then twist towards the right. So you're looking towards your right shoulder. Getting a stretch all the way up the left side. Maybe you feel it in your hip joint. Maybe it's in your core. Maybe it's mostly in the shoulder. Somewhere along that left side. Good, and let's reverse it. Right hand comes down to walk through center. Make sure you reach forward as you go through center. And then head over to the left. Right hand glues. Left hand comes up. And they'll find a twist towards the left this time. Good, nice easy breaths, you guys. All right, nice and slow, let that side go. And then make your way up to a comfortable seat. Look at your toes as you come up. And then just hang out for a moment. Good. All right, and then we're gonna come on off. And then we'll head into those 30-second hangs. Grabbing my timer. All right, cool. No lies. Honest hang time. All right, we're gonna go for 30 seconds. So grab the high handles. And then we're just gonna do one of these 30-second hangs today. So do active or passive, your choice. So passive is a little bit more stretchy, a little bit less muscle strength. If you really wanna work the muscle strength, focus on the active where you squeeze your shoulder blades together. So your choice where you wanna go. And we'll start to lower down. Good. If you're passive, your joints are holding your weight. If you're active, shoulder blades are squeezing together, your muscles are holding your weight. And then you can choose what you like to do with your feet. You can kind of stay in a chair position, cross your ankles, lift your knees up towards your chest, whatever works. Good. Keep breathing. We got 10 more seconds. Keep squeezing. That's it. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let it go. Shake it out. Awesome. And then for the second set today, instead of another hang, we're gonna do some negative pull-ups. We're gonna go for 8 tonight. That's more than we normally do, so pace yourself. Quick reminder, negative pull-ups where you've got the high handles, You're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then you're gonna jump up as high as you can, and then slowly lower down. And then that slow lower is where you start to really build the strength in your shoulders to do regular pull-ups. So squeeze the shoulder blades, pull your belly button up and in, and then push your head back over your spine so your spine's in good alignment. And then give it a good jump. And then a slow lower. Beautiful. Good jumps, you guys. All right, we're gonna go for 8. So let everybody kind of go at their own time. So feel free to go for it. If you want to take them a little slower, that's great too. Good, every time before you jump, shoulders, belly button, head. Everything's set and aligned. Good. We're using those arms today, you guys. Shoulders, belly, head. You got it. Jump it up. Good, slow, low. Remember, you can do a couple different things with your legs too. So if it works, you can pull your knees up towards your belly, kind of hold them up there until you start to lower down. If you're feeling like you got tons of core strength today, you can pull your knees up, kick your legs out, and then pull them back in for a quick demo. I'll try to show you what that looks like. Kick out, pull them in, and then slowly lower. Did you see that? Is that too fast?
Oh, so fast.
Can't hold that too long. So knees up, kick out, knees in, woo, and then a lower. That's it. But that feels like 8. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, close enough. Shake it out, have a sip of water. All right, and then I planned us even more upper body after that, so we'll see how that goes, okay? Well, that's convenient that your kitchen is right there, Christy. Look at that.
Like, oh, I forgot to pour some water.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, we're gonna do a little circuit. Most of these are gonna be with the middle handles. We'll do one with the long handle right at the end. So we're gonna do triceps, abs, rows, and push-ups. So we'll start with the triceps. So you're gonna grab your middle handles and have the black handle bit going, horizontally, right? So you can just kind of push your palm into it. And then you're gonna have to step forward a little bit, so your body's sort of in a plank position. And then you'll bend your elbows, right? Body's still in plank, so you're not hinging at the hips at all. And then push your palms down to straighten the elbows and lift your body back up. You got it, we're going for 6. Yeah, so you're lowering down, yep. And then push through the palms to lower back up, perfect. So if it feels really easy, take a step back, right? So your incline is a little bit more drastic. If that feels too hard, step forward, so you're at less of an incline. And that'll be the same, right, for everything that we do. You'll just step forward or back to increase or decrease how intense it is. Good. We got one more here. Nice. And then give it a good shake. Shake, rattle, and roll. And then we'll stay with those middle handles for the next 2. And we're gonna do the same sort of hand position. So you're pressing your palms down, but we'll come up onto the balls of your feet this time, so heels a lift, press down. And then for abs, we're gonna reach forward, your body's still in a plank until you can't go any farther, and then use your abs to pull you back. Try not to hinge at the hips at all. So you're up on the toes, kind of gliding forward, and then pull with the abs to get back. Good. We're going for 6. If you feel like you're kind of reaching way up high, you can step back a bit. Ooh. And then pull it back. Good. So you're really pressing your palms down into the handles, squeezing through the shoulder blades, keeping your core really engaged so that your body stays this long plank. We got 2 more. Press it forward, take it back. Good, squeeze the shoulders, 1 more time. Reach it forward. Good. Reach it back. Nice, give it a little shake. Awesome. So we're gonna do regular rows today, a little different than the scapular rows that sometimes we do. So we'll do the full body lifting and lowering. I'll give you a quick demo with my back to you so you can see sort of what the position looks like, and then I'll turn around. So you'll start, once again, hands in the middle handles. You're gonna lower back into a plank position, right? So our scapular rows look like this. Our regular rows look like you'll bend your elbows and pull your elbows into your sides. So arms will go straight, you're still in a plank, bending your elbows and lifting up until your elbows touch your sides. Perfect. Good. Yeah, looks good, you guys. Really, tons of core in all these upper body workouts because you got to keep your body in that strong plank position. Takes a lot of work. Lots of core, lots of glutes. Good. Squeezing your scapula, your shoulder blades together. Whew. 1 more here. Nice. Give it a little roll out. All right, the last one's in the long handles. Quick shake. And we're gonna do those push-ups. There's a couple ways to do this. I don't know if you guys remember a number of weeks ago, we talked about doing these with 1 leg forward, but with the top of your foot down. So you can either do them in a plank position, just like this, right? Or if that feels like a little bit too much for the arms, take 1 foot forward. Let me drop this camera down just a little bit so you can see my feet better. So take kind of like a lunge step forward, but the top of your foot is down, so you can't use your heel, right, to press. And then that'll take a little bit of the weight out. So you can choose which style you'd like to do. And then remember, walking forward will give you a little bit less incline, little less challenging. The farther back you go, the more of kind of like a natural push-up position you get into, the harder it'll be. So pick your poison. Give me 6. It's a nice stretch for your ankles too, if we take that 1 foot forward. Woo. These are so much harder than regular push-ups. So really stabilize, right? Shoulder blades squeezed together. Keep your head lifted so it stays in line with your spine. Squeeze those shoulder blades, kind of puffing up through your upper back. Everything's really engaged. Nice. 1 more for me, Christine. I'm not sure quite where you are at.
I don't know either.
1 more is usually a good guess, right? Shake it out.
Yeah.
All right, so we did a whole bunch of sides of the upper body. We'll get back upside down here. And then we're gonna do a couple of crunches, and a little bit different than we normally do. And we'll do some obliques as well while we're upside down. So grab a quick sip of water, make your way slowly upside down. Long stretches are coming. Just a little bit more work first. And make sure when you go upside down here, get a nice tight wrap with your feet. It's bunched up behind your back. Have I ever showed you guys how you can adjust this while you're upside down? I don't know. So if you take your long handles and you reach 1 hand up, so you have the other hand free, but you're lifting your torso up, you can adjust your sling. So if it feels like it's bunched up behind your back, you can lift your torso up and just kind of give it a tug. Usually that's enough to fix if there's anything kind of uncomfortable in your low back. All right, so normally when we do these, we take your hands behind your head and just go straight up, and then find that kind of back bend, back extension. We're gonna change it up just a little bit this time, and we're gonna go knee or elbow to opposite knee. So you're gonna go right elbow and try to reach to the left knee. So they're kind of like oblique crunches, and then we'll alternate. And then we'll go left elbow to right knee. So right elbow, left knee, get as high as you can, and then get that back extension as you come back. And then left elbow to right knee, back extension, and lift. Good, so we're gonna go 30 seconds from here. So back extension, cross body crunch, back extension, cross body crunch. Good. Keep breathing. We only have 10 more seconds. 30 seconds go fast. Woo, last one. Nice. And break. Take a breather. If it feels good, you can take another banana. That'll stretch out your core. That feels awesome after core exercises usually. Okay, take one more really big belly breath. Slow exhale back out. Nice, and then we'll come back to the middle. And then we'll do some obliques. Woohoo! There you go, hands behind your head. And then we'll go just to the one side. We'll go 30 seconds, right elbow, right knee. And then just keep coming back to the middle. Right elbow, right knee, back to the middle. Okay, make sure you're breathing. Okay. Tight grip with the feet. Last 10 seconds. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Get a little breather. Shake your head out a few times. Right, left side, hands back to the head. Here we go, left elbow, left knee. 30 seconds on the clock. Good. Keep breathing. Try to move really controlled. Try not to be kind of whipping around, but you're nice and smooth and controlled. Okay, last 10. 2, and 1. All right. Woo! Feel free to take a stretch or make your way up. We'll all meet up in a seat whenever you're ready. Yeah, take your time if you want to stretch out a little bit. Those ones always get me extra dizzy. So take your time as you come out. Yeah, grab some water. We're gonna do one more round of those crazy upper body things, and then we'll stretch it out. I swear I'm not like mad at anybody, but it feels like a bit more of like a workout than I had anticipated.
I love it.
You guys feeling okay? It's not too hard? Okay, cool. All right, well maybe it's just what you guys needed. Maybe I'm just tired. All right, we're starting with triceps. We're going for 6. Grab those middle handles, palms down. Find that kind of plank position that feels good. And then bend your elbows. And then push the palms back down. Good. Belly button's up and in. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Head stays in line with the spine. And that strong plank position. Awesome. Last 2. Last one. Awesome. A little shake out. And then we'll grab those middle handles again, maybe take a step back. Come up under the balls of your feet. Palms push down. And then come as far forward as you can. Keeping that plank position, yep. And then use your abs to pull you back. Try not to bend at the hips at all. Good, we got 6 of these. Go for it. And back. Good, shoulder blades squeeze together. Try to avoid having your shoulders like hike up to your ears. Instead, really focus on squeezing them and having them be super engaged. Good, halfway. Here's the last one. Squeeze those shoulders, belly up and in. Woo! All right, shake it out, little roll out. Going for rows next. Middle handles once again. Full body rows. Good, step back into that plank position. And then bend your elbows and lift your plank until you're hitting your elbows right at your sides. Lower back and lift. Good. Core super strong. If you need a little bit harder, walk a little farther forward. Keep your shoulder blades squeezing together. Good. Here's the last 2. You're just kind of rocking on the heels. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the shoulders. Nice. Good. Let it go, shake it out. A little roll. And then a little chest. Whew. We're flying through these long handles. Here we go. So remember, you can always take that extra step forward. It's that sort of pseudo lunge. Or you can just take that full plank position. No bending at the hips. Here we go. We got 6. Bend the elbows out. Push it back. Good. Trying to keep your elbows just in line with the shoulders. That's it. So you're just lowering until your elbows are in line with your body. And then press back up. Good. Here's halfway. Good. Last 2. Make sure your head stays in line with your spine. Last one. Nice. That is it. Woo! Let's walk behind your trapeze. Grab onto that mainspring about shoulder width distance. Press it forward and then let your upper body kind of hang forward. And drop your head between your arms. This will stretch out the shoulders a bit. Good. Feet are pretty wide, a little wider than your hips. Concaved a bit through the upper back, so you really get that shoulder stretch. Right? This is like that cliffhanger pose that we do against the wall in the stretch class. You're looking for that same kind of stretch through the front and the back of the shoulders. A little less agonizing though, because you're not against a hard wall. Good. Keep your hands on the trapeze, but come up to standing just for a moment. Good, and we'll just let that, bring your hands together, let the fabric just sort of fall between your hands, but interlace your fingers. You guys see that? So I'm interlacing my fingers, but I'm close, and then I'm just gonna kind of flip that fabric forward. So I was here, fabric comes in, interlace the fingers, and then give it a little flick forward, bend your elbows, and then lower back into that same position, but with your elbows bent, and this will stretch your triceps. And if you need, like if you feel like you're not getting low enough, you can lower down, or if you feel like you need a little bit more height, you can kind of cinch up a bit on the trapeze. And that'll let you bend your knees less, right? So get a little bit deeper stretch. I like to add a little rock into this one. So if you rock forward and back, that can feel kind of nice. Good. Then put your weight back in your heels, slowly you'll stand up. And then put the main sling behind you. So your feet don't move, but you just kind of swing it around behind you. And then arms go through. So you've got that main sling right behind you, kind of like a swing, but up higher. And then walk it back until the sling gets taut, right behind your heart. And then take your feet pretty wide, again, about shoulder width distance or so. And then we're gonna take this into Titanic Jack. So you're gonna try to focus on your rib cage lifting up. So the thoracic spine kind of behind your heart, that see if you can lift up from there instead of having a back bend happen so much in the lower back. So rib cage lifts. If it feels okay on the cervical spine up by your neck, feel free to let your head also drop back. Good, and then you can take your arms either just kind of out to your sides as if you're gonna make a snow angel, or if you need a little bit of support behind your neck, you can bend your elbows, interlace your hands behind your head, and give your neck a little bit of support. Okay. And then if you want that back bend to be a little bit deeper, you could take a step forward. If you need a little less, take a step back. If you got paint cans behind you, just watch that shelf. You're just close, that's all. Just watching out for you. Yep. Now let's rock a little bit side to side for this one. So if you've got your hands with your elbows bent, you could try to sort of do that same oblique crunch, except have it be less crunchy. You can go kind of knee towards, or elbow towards your thigh, right? Not like you're gonna touch or anything, but just getting that big stretch on the left side. Good, and then take it around. You can do this with your arms straight out too, if you prefer. Looking for that big stretch all the way up through your sides. Then we'll come back up to the middle. Good, let's do a neck stretch here. So let your hands go. Take your right hand to the left side of your head. So you're gonna cross over the top of your head to the left side. Left hand is just gonna fall kind of down towards the floor. And then gently, you're gonna push and pull at the same time, at the same intensity, but very gently, about 2 out of 10 intensity. You'll kind of push your hand a little bit into your head, but also push your head back into your hand. And then just kind of gently let your ear fall towards your shoulder. Good. And then don't feel like you have to stay in one spot. You can move your hand around a little bit, or maybe just change the angle of your head. But remember, you're pushing your head back into the hand as well. So you're getting feedback in both directions. Okay, we'll take one more breath in and out on the sides. Big full breath in. Nice slow breath back out. Good, and then real easy, we'll change to the other side. So right arm will come down. Left arm will go up and over your head to the right side. And then we'll do that same 2 out of 10 intensity. Gently push your head towards the left shoulder, but let your head press into your hand. Little pull, little push. Everything's pretty gentle. And then feel free to move your hand around or change the angle of your head. Nice, easy breaths. Good. Nice and easy to come back to the middle. And then slowly we'll walk your feet back until they come underneath your body. Again, you're standing up straight. Nice, and then walk forward, grab a quick sip of water, and then we're gonna head down to the floor. So as you lower down, you want to land with your hips about underneath the main sling. So if you stand right behind your sling, just kind of hold on and let it help you lower down. You'll land right in the right spot. Nice, perfect. All right, we're gonna play around with a suspension bridge today. So right here before you lay down, grab your long handles, push the black clips all the way up nice and high, and then move the handle part out of the way. So you can kind of fan out the long handles and then pop your heel in. So both sides. Black clips up, black handle out of the way, fan it out, put your heel in.
No crossover on the heels?
No crossover, we're gonna stay on your back. Yeah.
Okay.
We're done with planks and whatever today. We will work your glutes a little bit here. All right, so depending on, the length of your legs and where your hips are, you might have to scooch a little forward and back when you get down, but you'll figure that out when you lower down. So lower all the way down onto your back. And you want your feet to be, 6 to 12 inches above your hips, so that your hips are able to lift to sort of get in line with your feet. So if you feel like they're really low, scoot forward a little bit. Likely they're not too high. Just make sure you've got enough space. Good. Then we're gonna press down into the heels, squeeze your glutes, and lift your hips up so that your heels, your hips, and your shoulders are now all in one line. You should feel the backs of your legs and your glutes working, right? Calves, hamstrings, hips, and glutes. Good, and then slowly release. We'll do that a couple more times. Good. Let's press into the heels, lift the hips up, we'll hold for about 10 seconds. Pull the belly button up and in, squeeze through your glutes. Good, here's 3, 2, 1, and lower. Ooh, bend your knees, move your legs around. Good, here's number 3. Heels down, hips up. Good. Shoulders relaxed, heads relaxed, necks relaxed. Just squeezing the glutes and lifting the hips up. Burning the hamstrings and lower. Bend your knees, shake it out. We got 2 more. We're gonna go for a total of 5. Good. Here we go. Here's number 4. Heels down, hips up. Press your shoulder blades down into the floor. Belly button up and in. Squeeze the glutes. Try to make sure that your knees, I don't know, like they're like 99% straight. This is challenging, but just make sure they don't hyperextend. Good, and then lower down, shake it out. Here's the last one. Heels down, hips up. Last 10 seconds. Squeeze the glutes. Teeny tiny bend in your knees. Good, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Nice, so let's just take some big kind of frog circles. So go legs out, legs gonna turn out to the side, bring your knees into your chest, and then keep going. Kick your legs out, turn your feet sideways, bend your knees, pull them in, and then feet back out. Do a couple more like that, some big hip circles. Then you're just going to try to reverse it. So then pull your knees into your chest, turn your toes out, knees out, kick out, and then bring your legs back together. I just think these ones are so much harder. So knees in, toes turn out, knees out, and then kick out as wide as you can, and then bring the knees back in together. All right, and the next time your legs are straight again, gently take your feet out of the main sling. And then use the long handles to help lift you up. And then sitting underneath the main sling, grab the long handles, put the handle bits back down. So you've got just the black handles back down in that same palm down position. We're in a kind of seated forward fold, but with the long handles. So the main sling is just kind of whack you in the head. So just, let that be. And then just push your arms forward like you're doing those ab sliders again. And then let your upper body fall towards your legs. So kind of similar feeling to that cliffhanger shoulder stretch. But if you need to take a little bit of that bend out of the low back, right? If you need a little bit more upright, just press down into the handles and you can keep your back more upright, but still get a nice big stretch for the hamstrings. And then keep your hands in the long handles that sit up, and then we'll take this for a twist. So right hand's gonna open up to the right, and then left arm will go toward your toes. And then just keep your low back really long, so keep lifting up through the crown of your head, and then just twist open to the right. Good, look towards your right fingertips. And we'll come back to center. And we'll go the opposite direction. So left arm goes to the left. Right hand kind of reaches for the toes. Lift up through the crown of your head. Really long, low back. Try not to round your spine at all as you twist. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Nice big breaths in and out. Good. And then come back to center. Nice. And then we're going to turn over onto your belly. So swing your legs around behind you. Keep a hold of these long handles though. And then we'll put our hands in the handles. Yep. Super shoulder stretches today, guys. And on this one, you might have to move forward to back, same scooching back a bit because it's way too much. So if you need more of that stretch, if it's not intense enough, scoot forward. If you need less, scoot back. Palms press down into the trapeze, yeah, and then let your head fall towards the floor. And then give your heels a little wiggle to make sure that your low back and your legs and your glutes are all nice and relaxed. Glue your hips down to the floor, but swing your whole rest of your upper body to the right. And come back to center, and then go to the left. Okay, nice slow breaths. And back to center. Take your hands together. You might have to scoot forward for this one. So hands come together, elbows bend, and then let your head fall towards the floor. Good, take one more breath in. And then on your exhale, gently let your elbows come down to the floor. Let go of those long handles. And then we're just gonna roll on over. So flip on over onto your back. And then you can either just lay here in a Shavasana with your legs not doing anything, or for something a little bit different, you could pop your heels into the main sling and just sort of let that main sling pull your legs away so you get a little bit of traction in your low back. Or if you prefer, you can also stick your feet back in the long handles. Perfect. Take a big full breath in through your nose. Give me a nice sigh out, exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Big full breath in. Side out. One more big breath in. Nice loud sigh. And then just be. And take a moment to find that gratitude for yourself, for making it to class today. Send a little out to each other for having fun and laughing at ourselves and working hard together. And then pick one other person in your life who needs a little love, and then send some of that gratitude out to that person. Let's take one more big breath in. And a nice slow breath out. Nice. Thank you so much for coming to play. What a blast, you guys.